Minecraft multiplayer is some of the finest entertainment that gaming can offer. The extra exciting moments, opportunities, and gameplay changes that other players bring to a Minecraft playthrough adds a lot of flavor that's lacking in the single-player experience, especially if those extra players are friends of yours. The dilemma, though, is that a private multiplayer experience costs extra money in addition to your personal copy of Vanilla Java Edition or Bedrock Edition Minecraft. And while you can pay Mojang for their seamless Realms servers, using third-party server providers often saves you lots of money and comes with lots of bonus features. In this video, we'll be reviewing one of our favorite server hosts, Zap Hosting, and their Vanilla and Bedrock server packages. I'll show you how to make a vanilla Minecraft server and a Minecraft Bedrock server, talk about our recommended specs, and of course, show off some of the gameplay as we go. You're watching Minecraft Lab. So, let me start by walking you through getting a vanilla Minecraft server with Zap Hosting. We'll start by clicking that little plus button at the top left of the home page, and select Game Server. Next, you'll pick Cloud Game Server. If you're curious about that little lifetime server option, you can check out our video dedicated to Zap Hosting's lifetime server, linked below. Next, click Rent a Game Server, and then we'll search for Minecraft. And then pick the vanilla option. A quick note, Zap Hosting suggests renting a paper spigot server instead of a vanilla one if you're using the most recent version of Minecraft, 1.17. This is because the vanilla servers are a little unstable at the time of making this video. Older versions work just fine though, and future versions will probably be fixed. Mojang is typically pretty good about fixing stability issues. Paper spigot servers also are functionally identical to vanilla, but with options for adding extra plugins and things of the like. So, for the purposes of this video, we'll keep taking the steps to get the vanilla server, regardless of whether you'll be getting a paper spigot server or a vanilla one. Now, we pick our server location. The fastest servers are the ones that are physically closest to where in the world you are playing. So, when picking a server, you want to make sure it's as close as possible to you and your server's player base. Additionally, Zap Hosting has a convenient little ping check button, which tests how much delay you have to each server. And as you can see, Germany is the closest server to me. So we'll be picking that for our server location. You may have noticed the little green shield and the gray shield next to some of these servers. These show whether a server location has premium DDoS protection or standard DDoS protection. DDoS attacks, if you don't know, are a type of server attack carried out by hackers, where attackers request service, quote-unquote, from a server until the entire thing just shuts down. Nobody wants that, so luckily Zap Hosting is as vigilant at protecting the servers as my mom was vigilant at making sure I didn't steal cookies when I was a kid. I still got away with it though. According to Zap Hosting, their premium DDoS protection plan is currently some of the best protection on the market, and they are collaborating with Combatant to optimize the server protection to be specific to the needs of the game servers. Next though, we'll be choosing the amount of player slots our server will have. If you're familiar with how server RAM works, this is also where you'll be selecting the amount of RAM you'll have. The amount of players your server can support at any given moment is integrally tied to the amount of RAM it has, so it makes sense that these two factors are batched into one selection option here. If you know you're going to have more players or activity on a server though, I suggest you scroll down and add some extra gigabytes of RAM. For our server, we're going to go for a total of 12 gigabytes of RAM for our 20-ish player slots. That'll give us the most deliciously buttery smooth gameplay you can imagine. So, to do so, we'll pick the 20 player slots option, and then scroll down and get an extra 10 gigabytes or so of RAM. Yeah, let's do 10. Beautiful. After this, we decide how we are going to pay for our server in the settlement type category. Choosing prepaid adds an extra 10% of cost to what you'll pay for the server. And even though I'll be getting the prepaid option for this video, if you want to save more money, you should choose the contract option. On a contract, you'll automatically be billed each month and the server will continue to stay online. If you decide you no longer need your server, which is obviously pure madness, you can always cancel your contract on the web interface. We're almost done decking out our server. At this point, we choose between the standard CPU and storage option or the premium one. CPU, in short, gives your server more processing power. If you're not expecting to have a ton of players, I suggest the standard package. However, we are shooting for the smoothest experience possible, so I'll be getting the premium one. And finally, you can choose to have your own IPv4 address. Typically, when you join a Minecraft server, you enter a bunch of digits or a website name to join. When you select to have your own IPv4 address, you won't be sharing that address with others, and can use the default port or choose a port of your own for your Minecraft server. With your own IP address, you also automatically get access to the DDoS manager. If you don't want an IPv4 address, you can still manually gain access to the DDoS manager for only an extra €1. Now that we're wrapping up customizing our server, we can choose our billing interval. The longer the interval, the less it'll cost you. So if you're looking to save some money and already know you'll need the server for a while, you can go for the longer intervals. After that, all we gotta do is select our payment method and then buy the server. There's the usual payment methods here, but if you happen to have some Bitcoin or Zap Hosting's very own Zap coins, you could use those too. With all that said, I'll purchase the server and we'll check out what the server dashboard looks like. So, here we are in the vanilla server's dashboard. There's 3 general sections to this, which are the information zone, the settings area, and the tools area. Within the information tabs, you can see everything from the server's status to the current RAM usage and the amount of players online. The statistics area shows all of this in greater detail, and there's some nice graphs of how much your RAM usage, CPU usage, and slot usage, or players online, has fluctuated within the server's history. You also get access in the information area to features for more advanced users, such as the server's live console, log files, and general Zap Hosting documentation. Additionally, if you purchased access to the DDoS manager, you can access it here and see information about current and past attacks, such as the time it happened and the type of attack, and also set up email notifications in the event of an attack. In the settings area, you can tweak various basic stuff, like game mode and message of the day, as well as some more advanced options, such as setting up Archon for remote usage of the console, or port settings and the server starting parameters. The server is set up as a normal difficulty survival server by default, which is my personal favorite way to play Minecraft. But you can tweak and adjust everything about the Minecraft world in here. You can do stuff like entirely disable the nether or lower the max build height with just a click. And also, a little side note, you can adjust the privileges an opt player has here. Giving a player op, or OP, means they're an operator, or rather, they have admin privileges and can use all kinds of commands and cheats. If you want to grant access to these commands to any players, you'll want to make sure to go to the live server console back in the information area, and type /op, and then the username of the player you want to give admin privileges to. You can also change your server's game type at any time in the settings area, changing it to a Spigot server or a Forge modded server or so on, for usually about €0.50 per player slot, depending on which game server type you get. And finally, in the tools area, you get access to the FTP browser, where you can access the server files directly, and you can also access your server backups here. Well, that pretty much covers it for the vanilla server's dashboard. Let me walk you through getting a Bedrock Minecraft server now, and the various features available to you. Luckily, it's an incredibly similar process and setup to the vanilla Minecraft server. So, without further ado. Alright, so once again, we're going to go to the rent server section and pick a game server. Except this time we'll be picking the Minecraft Bedrock Edition server. Doing the ping test shows that the closest server is, well, still in fact, Germany. So we'll be getting that one. Next, we'll fill out our slots, once again picking 20 slots, but this time we're only going to add an extra 2 GB of RAM. We'll also go for the standard CPU and host, as opposed to premium. All in all, Bedrock Edition is far less resource intensive, so you can reliably go with most of Zap Hosting's recommended specifications. Otherwise, all the other selections are the same as with the vanilla server. You've got the IPv4 server selection if you want it, the settlement type, obviously, the DDoS manager, billing interval, and so on. So once we're ready to go, we can go ahead and purchase our server. And here we are now in the Bedrock Edition dashboard. If this seems familiar, you're not going crazy. Well, not yet at least. It is indeed an almost identical dashboard layout to vanilla Minecraft. I will point out the key differences here though, which is primarily that the world customization is far more limited. All in all, Bedrock Edition is, well, Bedrock. It's a bare-bones Minecraft experience. That means it's far more lightweight and can run on low-end Windows 10 devices or on smartphones and tablets, or gaming consoles, but ultimately is stripped of many of the features you might be used to if you play on good old vanilla Java Edition Minecraft. Of course, there's still plenty that's in Bedrock Edition. It's more just that the game is actually a different game, shockingly. So, all that said, as you can see in the settings area, all we can really change is the server ports and such. We do still have access to the console though, and advanced users will still be able to modify their world to their liking. But I can't cover that within this video. You'll have to do the dirty work of exploring the world of console-based or FTP browser-based Bedrock server modification on your own. I know, don't give me that look. Here, if you really want, I've linked a page from the Bedrock Edition wiki describing some of the in-game console commands that you can use. So, now you have somewhere to start. There, you happy now? My not-so-passive aggression aside, you can always refer to Zap Hosting's documentation for any specific questions you have about both the Bedrock server and the Vanilla server. Or you can drop a comment in the comment section, and I'll try and reply. So, in conclusion, if you're interested in grabbing a Vanilla or Bedrock server, I highly recommend you check out Zap Hosting. As you saw today, the process is super straightforward and hassle-free. And they offer incredibly competitive pricing. As in, it's cheap. So, hop onto their site through one of our links below and check them out. Once again, you can also check out Zap Hosting's server documentation if you have any questions about something not covered in the video. It's got tons of helpful, specific info on setting up your Minecraft server, so you can check that out by following our link in the description below. Thanks for joining me today on Minecraft Lab. Tell us about your experience with Zap Hosting or any other Minecraft server hosts, and let me know if you prefer Vanilla or Bedrock Edition. Personally, I'm a Vanilla Java Edition type player, but Bedrock is wondrously portable. I can just pop it open on my phone anytime, so it is pretty nice. Anyways, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, as it helps us know the type of content you enjoy. And if you're interested in more content, then subscribe and ring that bell to be kept in the loop. I'll be seeing you guys later. Bye.